Yes, Grenada, Carriacou, Monica, and the rest of the world. I'd like to officially welcome you to another Mikey Live program. People, this is where it all happens. We're talking about the good, the bad, and the Mikey. I see my scenes are trying to get ahead of me. Well, you take your time with me, all right? We ain't ready for you yet. All right, so welcome again. It's another Mikey Live program. My name is Mikey Hutchinson, and it's a pleasure. It's always a pleasure to be here with you to talk to you about what's making the news, what people are talking about, what people are not talking about, what's happening in Grenada, Trinidad, Tobago, St. Vincent, St. Lucia, Dominica, Barbados, Cayman Islands, British Virgin Islands, U.S. Virgin Islands, wherever you are. St. Lucia have had a double homicide, and we are going to be talking about that. Jamaica, Cuba, earthquake, and talks of tsunami warning. Of course, we're going to talk about that as well, and a lot of other things we're going to be talking about on tonight's Mikey Live program. For those of you just joining us, welcome to you, and of course we're happy to have you with us now. I want to encourage you to share the program. You see, when you share the program, that's how other people gets to know that we are live. So go ahead and share the business. Tell somebody that the business has started. You understand? That's your civic duty. We are coming back. All right, folks. But before we even go, we need to tell off the headlines, of course. There's an individual who is wanted by police. Delon Charles, wanted by police. We'll talk about that. Trend Delon Charles. And as well, there has been a charge. A man has been charged with arson relating to recent fires in the city. We're going to be talking about that. And the health minister confirms flight came in from Beijing today with Chinese. We'll talk about that. And there was some sort of fatal chopping in St. Mark. We'll talk about that as well. And we also going to be talking about the tsunamis and stuff like that, the talks of tsunami. All right, so all brace yourself. We are preparing ourselves for a really nice night tonight. All right, guys. So we are going to take our first break, which was brought to you, by the way, to the kind compliments of WPG10. That's cable TV channels 10 and 11. When we return, it going to be real news in Audio Lili Lolo. Stay tuned.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
for me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
It's one of the most anticipated events in 2020, the Grenada Music Festival, June 5th to 7th, at the home of the festival, Quarantine Recreational Park. 12 live bands, more than 16 dynamic performers, great food and local culture. The Grenada Music Festival, June 5th to 7th, bigger and better in 2020. Get ready.
Make no excuse. Claim those fitness goals with a little help from Quartz. Save big on home fitness equipment when you shop with up to 15% off. Plus, get a chance to win a free spin bike. Shop today and pay nothing until March with Quartz Ready Finance. Make no excuses. Shop and win. Only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Conditions apply.
Are you planning an event or looking to rent tents? Then call the tent experts at Waggy T Tent Rentals. We rent tents for all occasions. Tents in different colors, styles, and 25 different sizes. From as little as 10 by 10 to as large as 100 by 40. Call us at 439-TENT That's 439-8368. Or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Grand Anse, St. George. We are Grenada's 10th people.
Yes, Grenada's 10th people. All right, so folks, again, welcome to another Mikey Live program. We are just going to get right into what is making the news for tonight. 2018 was a record-breaking year for Grenada Carriacou and Petite Martinique as the three-island destination welcomed more than 500,000 total visitors to its shores, building on the solid foundation supported by the continued aggressive public relations and marketing efforts to attract target audiences. Grenada maintained its growth momentum and in 2019, which resulted in a preliminary total visitor number of, listen to this, 525,453, as released by the Grenada Tourism Authority today. All right, they say that's the over visitor arrivals, which are considered the most valuable visitors in terms of on-island spend, according to the Tourism Authority, accounted for 162,902. A 1% increase over 2018's number, right? So they're saying that things are looking good and even more growth is projected, all right? So Ola, we look as we're going places, okay? Now, we're going on, we're moving on. Ola, Trend Delon Charles is wanted by police. Of course, we received the information from the Royal Grenada Police Force today asking for assistance in getting this gentleman to the police, all right? So they are seeking your assistance in locating this 21-year-old unemployed of Vendôme in St. George. They say that Charles is wanted by the Criminal Investigation Department for questioning in connection with a shooting incident. He's 5 feet, and all make me read that. You are trying to feed, you know. You know what I mean? Anyway, lady, that talk. You know what I mean? He's 5 feet 9 inches in height, slim build, dark in complexion, with dark brown hair. Anyone seeing? Partner, I'm sorry, eh? They make me read that. Yeah, I beat it. Let me hide my face when they're reading that. Yeah, I go let me hide back my face. Yes, Papa, a child to mine, you know. Take all the time with me. Anyone seeing Trent Charles or has any information in relation to his whereabouts, you're asked to contact the Criminal Investigation Department at 440-3921, 439-5583, Police Emergency at 911, or Police Hotline at 444-1958, or the nearest police station. You understand? All right, so that is the police asking for your help in locating this gentleman, all right, so that they can question him with regard to a shooting incident. Partner, I didn't read the thing about money program, and I only see the thing in the program, so I just read it where? You know what I mean? Yeah, no. It's me only want to put in curb belly cross, and him I want it for shooting, and all telling me that. Put that on a lamppost. You know what I mean? I'll hunt it too much. Let me go. Let me take on my picture of my program here, Papa. Panasari. Oh, yeah. We are moving on. A man has been charged with arson. And that's a breakthrough. In fact, that's a major breakthrough for police. You understand? Now, they say one man has been arrested and charged in connection with 2 of the recent fires in St. George's. That's according to police. 2 fires, you know. Andy St. John, a 57-year-old of no fixed place of abode, has been charged with 6 counts of arson. Has been charged with 6 counts of arson. 6? 5 of the charges are associated with the informer at Grenville Street and the other at Church Street. So he appeared in court today. You understand? Huh? He has been remanded to Her Majesty's prison. He appeared before the St. George's Magistrates Court today. You understand? They say that he's due to reappear in court on February 17. So what I'm saying is that, what I'm saying is, according to sources, the man is what you call, quote unquote, a vagrant. Right? So he put a vagrant in. How that working? How does a vagrant be himself in jail? Yeah, you go walk the walls of the prison. We just know. Anyway, let's leave that talk there. So according to police, a vagrant, you know. Yeah, so they lock him up and thing, and he had to go back in prison, come back in court. Oh yeah. Now, the next thing that we have to tell you about, boy, there's been a lot of talk about the coronavirus in the Caribbean and the wild world. You know, everybody's expressing concerns and stuff like that and taking steps to prevent it from entering into their shoes where it's not there yet. And so we are hearing that a private jet came into Grenada with Chinese at first. Mikey boy, Mikey. About 250 Chinese come in the business. And I said, what? They said 250, Mikey, I ain't making it up. I said, But then, as the day progressed, the number cut down to about 9. Health Minister Nicholas Steele confirmed that a private chartered flight originated from Beijing, China, and it landed at the Morris Bishop Airport this morning. They say, but it did not contain over 200 Chinese nationals, as it's been rumored. They say that it's a group of 8 businessmen who arrived on the island. Steele said that all flights coming into the country, whether private or commercial, are being screened the same way. Alright? They say, about the virus in Grenada, boy, you gotta watch all yourself, boy. I say, all I heading for the hills. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's leave that talk there. I drink some Glenelg on the program. You know what I mean? Yeah, Glenelg set me up with some water on the program. They say, Mikey, you know, drink a little water when you're on the program now. So, well, you drink some water on the program. You know what I mean? So, I drink a little Glenelg on the program. Big up any shot. Anyway, earlier, we are moving on. We have more. Listen, this is news discussing and not told. We ain't telling all that. We ain't folding up your hand in no kind of formal way like if we in court. We're telling you how it is. Earlier. So hear that. Police, they are investigating a fatal chopping. Another one again. Another one goes down to violence. You understand? So police are investigating a fatal chopping. They say it occurred sometime after 10 p.m. on Monday in the village of Waltham in St. Mark. Now, you see that one man is in police custody assisting police with their investigation into that incident. Listen, if you hear talk, boy, see things that we can't really see on the program, eh? You know, but when you're out on the street and thing, you hear what people saying about this person and that person and, you know, them kind of business. And what happened and so on. Unfortunately, we cannot share that with you because, you know, it's only a point of fact we could talk. And if we don't have the facts, we can talk. But yeah, boy. Anyway, now on Jed. Now, an autopsy, according to police, is pending to determine the actual cause of death. Yes? And at the same time, police are still investigating a shooting incident that happened at the weekend in Friconde. See the man on the ward, boy, the city man, you know? The victim, nah. You know, say masked men showed up on here and another bedroom in the shop and thing. And there was some sort of scuffling and thing like that. And then, bam! He was shot. You know? So police say that they are looking into that business. You understand? And it will be a matter of time when they are going to say exactly what is what on that business. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. So here I want now by earthquake boy, Jamaica and Cuba, where it was mostly felt. You understand? Boy, the place start to shake and man start to run and then men them saying a set of thing, boy, all quick. You understand? No star. Now the U.S. Geological Survey says it was at a magnitude 7.7, centered 139 kilometers northwest of Montego Bay. They say it was a powerful earthquake. It struck the south of Cuba and the northwest of Jamaica today. You understand? It happened at around 2:10 p.m. And they say that the epicenter was relatively shallow, 10 kilometers beneath the surface. There were no immediate reports of damage or injuries, but the earthquake triggered tsunami warning for Cuba and Jamaica, and as well the Cayman Islands. They were expecting hazardous tsunami waves. They said that was possible within 300 kilometers of the epicenter. Now, earlier, people run. A lot of people recorded videos and stuff like that, you know what I mean? I don't know how people buy. January.
Earthquake. Earthquake. Blood clot. Earthquake, guys. Jesus, guys, live right now. Earthquake. Still shaking.
I don't care what nobody tell me, no dog. I could be the best journalist in Grenada, but hear what's going on. You see them kind of business? Me ain't making no joke with that, dog. Partner, you deserve a medal, a Pulitzer Prize. Because me ain't seen any kind of movement and bound no earthquake and pull out no camera. Hell no. Let people tell you about me. I'm brave to an extent. You know? Nothing so. You mad. Hey, boy. You could go and fight war. All the best they send that one in. Best they send that one in Iran. He alone could fight. You don't need nobody else, just you. Your belly like snake, dog. Earthquake, camera in hand. Hey! I will hear about that. I don't go read about it, nothing so. Right. So anyway, that was that. You understand? And so we know about the earthquake warnings and so on for Jamaica and Cuba. And Grenadians, of course, put it out there that, hey, Grenada under warning and we bungee. I say, we're heading for the hills too. You understand? Now, the National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA, they are advising the general public that the state of Grenada is not, I repeat, is not under a tsunami watch or warning. So forget what some sort of modern people are saying out there. Forget that, they lie. You understand? The 7.7 quake rocked the place up so, but down here we safe. They say that NADMA reached out to the ambassador in Cuba, who indicated that all Grenadian students are well and accounted for. And they say that NADMA, with technical assistance from the Meteorological Office, will continue to monitor and update the public as information is provided. And the occurrence of these unpredictable hazards reminds us of the need to always be prepared. And I agree with you. You understand? Always be prepared. You understand? You see the place shaking and thing, you take necessary measures. Don't record anything like that. You know, especially in, like, I mean, if you're somewhere that's safe, yeah, but there, nothing so. You understand? Nothing so. Okay, so earlier, NADMA say, well, we good. We are right. You know what I mean? And we have no reasons to doubt that. Alright? You know what NADMA says when it says this is this. Yeah. I tell all NADMA know your role already. It was a 7.1 earthquake that devastated Haiti. And so so just putting things into perspective, 7.1 Haiti, 7.7 Cuba, Jamaica. So that's just Jet. You understand? We have not heard anything about loss of life or anything like that. All right. So I think that is good for us. There might be a few infrastructural damage, but of course, once it's not anything to do with life, then we are right. Now, while we're in Jamaica, all right, there have been a lot of claims today about somebody with a suspected case of the coronavirus. All right. So the Jamaican health minister says that there's no truth to the claims. All right. They wanted people to know that. Jamaica's health minister, Christopher Tufton, he said that there's no truth to the reports of a person on the island with the coronavirus. He was speaking at a media briefing in Kingston. He said, however, as the matter is a serious one, he said it was better to err on the side of caution. Understand? Concerns were raised after reports that the Accident and Emergency Department at the University Hospital of the West Indies in St. Andrew had been put under lockdown after a patient was admitted there. However, Medical Chief of Staff at the University Hospital at the Mona, Dr. Carl Bruce, said the patient was transferred from another hospital and the patient was evaluated. He said because the patient had a history of travel to China, the team considered whether or not one of the different diagnoses should consider the viral outbreak. He said the patient does not meet the case definition of the coronavirus, but doctors wanted to ensure that they discussed it. He said that the patient does not have a fever above 38 degrees Celsius or show respiratory symptoms associated with the virus. But you know how doctors move already. Right. So earlier, all right, so that's good because them Jamaicans and them Jet do, you know. We are moving on. So I see there are quite a number of you on the program. I'd like to encourage you, for those of you who have not yet done so, to please go ahead and share the program now. Want to share, people see and things like that, and we spread the love and things like that. We have a website, it's MikeyLive.com. That's MikeyLive, MikeyLive.com. And of course, there you can get all the latest stories that you hear now, and even stories that we don't speak about because of time. You can find that on our website. Of course, we have a lot of things there, all right? Now, we are moving on. Earlier, we want to take you to St. Lucia, where there has been a double homicide. Double, you know. And according to reports, the victims are family members. In fact, they are cousins.
Following the double homicide that took place on Saturday, January 25th. Two relatives, Thorne Sylvain and Gavin Willie, were found outside this house dead with bullet wounds to their bodies.
I never saw that. Thorne and Gavin are cousins, you know. Cousins, very close. I never saw that with them. And then I'm saying in Bogies has been such a cool community, a nice community where you don't have problems. I just don't know.
Residents of Bogies Babono could not provide details as to exactly what transpired. However, they told NBC Prime that they have been hearing conflicting reports into the death of the two male individuals. Residents of the community reported hearing gunshots being fired on Friday night shortly before midnight. Photos posted on social media showed one of the bodies lying next to a firearm, which was recovered from the scene by police.
Ifet. Massa point encore tête ma femme mal coco massa point. Imagine ma femme rien kay moi. Massa femme rien. De moi lever moi kay la ma bon na. Massa même marcher 3 boulettes pété. 3 boulettes pété et puis moi pas ouais moun li bon matin moi une forme pour ouais moun et puis moi couiller monsieur en bas monsieur a vini monsieur a des moun mo. C'est ça tout seul.
Thorne Sylvain and Gavin Willie left behind memories in the community where the two of them grew up.
Thorne was a troublemaker, but the other one, you would never be. In fact, I am surprised that Gavin was involved in that. But he's very artistic, very, very artistic. He drew the logo in our school, and he drew a picture of David, Kenneth John. And when I saw it, I told him, my boy, you're so good. Would you like me to send you back to school and learn to be an artist, and I could get somebody to help you? And then he told me when he's ready. So Gavin to me was I have never heard Gavin in trouble.
Residents in the community say that they have informed Babono police on various occasions about the sound of constant gunshots in the area over the past several weeks.
I told them Bogies has a lot of guns. And then I remember the inspector told me, Bogies, I'm not expecting that of Bogies. Bogies is not that type of place. I said, yes, Bogies has a lot of guns because normally I go to market every Saturday and I could hear the number of gunshots. Early morning around 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, the number of gunshots in Bogies. And then I'm telling him, you all must come to Bogies to search the area. I told him that. And then he said, yes, we do that. But after we got the guns off the street, it's the little amount of money that they make the boys pay. It's next to nothing.
Residents have called for police patrols in the area for their safety and others. St. Lucia has reported 3 homicides so far for 2020.
Thank you very much to the guys at NBC Prime for that report. I do not know part of what you said there. I don't know patois or anything like that. So I don't know what you said. But they speak. Anyway, who are you blaming? We killed it. You understand? We killed it. It could have been unique to the Caribbean, but it is with extremely a heavy heart that we regret to inform everyone of the passing of Mr. Andrew Sherman on Monday, January 27, 2020. That's from Koyaba. He was a shareholder, chairman of the board, and served as a managing director for 32 years. Without him, there would have been no Koyaba. He survived by his wife, Mary, 3 daughters, Andrea, Tareen, and Danica, as well as 2 granddaughters, Aria and Anissa. And they say Mr. Chairman's infectious smile, charismatic personality, and compassionate heart will be greatly missed. They say may his soul rest in peace. Of course, we received this from Koyaba. All right, and they have lost a pillar of the business. Folks, we are continuing here on Mikey Live. We want to again encourage you to share the business. We take a break, come back with the National Report.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
For me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
It's one of the most anticipated events in 2020, the Grenada Music Festival, June 5th to 7th at the home of the festival, Quarantine Recreational Park. 12 12 live bands, more than 16 dynamic performers, great food and local culture. The Grenada Music Festival, June 5th to 7th. Bigger and better in 2020. Get ready.
Make no excuse. Claim those fitness goals with a little help from Quartz. Save big on home fitness equipment when you shop with up to 15% off. Plus, get a chance to win a free spin bike. Shop today and pay nothing until March with Quartz Ready Finance. Make no excuses. Shop and win. Only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Conditions apply.
Are you looking to rent chairs and tables? Then call Waggy T Rentals. We rent tables and chairs for any event. We have 7 different types of chairs: plastic, folding chairs, gray and white, resin white chairs, conference chairs, even Chivari chairs in gold and white. We also rent 6 feet and 8 feet rectangular folding tables, 4 feet and 5 feet round tables, and even cocktail tables. Give us a call at 444-RENT. That's 444-7368. Or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Grand St. George.
Alrighty, folks, and welcome back. And folks, it's now time for the national report. Following that, we'll have the weather for you.
Prime Minister confident expenditure review will help save government millions of dollars. Details to this story and more in the national report. With the details to the news for Tuesday, January 28th, 2020, I am Leslie Ann Johnson. Prime Minister and Minister for Finance, Dr. The Right Honourable Keith Mitchell, is confident that the expenditure review now underway will help save government millions of dollars. The intention to undertake this review was first announced at the 2020 budget retreat and reiterated in the 2020 budget presentation. Following through on its policy decision, government has secured the services of a consultant to undertake the comprehensive review of both its recurrent and capital expenditure programs. At a meeting with the consultant on Tuesday, Dr. Mitchell underscored the importance of putting systems in place to ensure expenditure controls and to encourage accountability. He said, and I quote, "The money being spent on this consultancy will help government to save millions. It is a very worthwhile investment, and I look forward to the conclusion of it. Cabinet has taken responsibility to initiate this comprehensive expenditure review, and we will use the report to implement necessary change," unquote. During a 2-week mission in Grenada, the consultant will conduct interviews and meetings with ministries and departments to examine expenditure trends, current expenditure management systems, and the alignment of spending with government's strategic priorities, among other areas. The consultant's report, expected in the second quarter of this year, will include concrete recommendations and a plan of action to strengthen expenditure controls, improve the efficiency and effectiveness of public spending, and enhance the institutional mechanisms for expenditure management. The expenditure review is part of government's efforts to improve accountability in the public service. The consultancy is being funded by the European Development Fund. Grenada's health minister says precautionary measures are in place to protect health workers and at various ports of entry in the wake of the coronavirus outbreak in Wuhan province, China. The virus has since surfaced in Canada and the United States. During Tuesday's post-cabinet briefing, the Honourable Nicholas Steele said there is heightened alert at ports of entry.
We have had a heightened level of surveillance at our port, primarily Morris Bishop International. That is monitoring all passengers coming off of all flights for any signs of the flu, primarily temperature, if they have a fever, primarily, but any other flu-like symptoms. That is done through video surveillance. Morris Bishop International Airport, we have video surveillance that allows us to know the temperature of each person as they walk past the camera. And also with our nurses observing, and when necessary, they will approach passengers to take their temperature or whatever further examination they may see fit. So far, we have not had any passengers that have exhibited any signs that raises any level of concern. There is not the same level of surveillance at our cruise ship ports because the mere fact the cruise ship industry as a whole treats their passengers getting on board a vessel and throughout their time on the vessel differently because of previous outbreaks of flus on cruise ships. So passengers are screened intensely and similarly before getting on a cruise ship, and then at the cruise ship they observe consistently the behaviors, etc., of passengers.
Medical practitioner Dr. Sean Charles says the coronaviruses by themselves are very common, since between 15 to 20% of the common cold is caused by one strain or another.
However, what has been observed is that ever so often a new strain of this virus emerges and tends to cause even more severe disease. This has occurred back in 2002 when we had the SARS outbreak. Later on, around 2014, we also saw the Middle Eastern respiratory virus, the MERS, and that one itself, it's still circulating, but more so in the Middle East. This new virus that has recently emerged, like SARS, emerged from China. All right. There's a lot of concern about the virus because there's still a lot that is not known. All right. It is assumed that the disease might have originated from some species of animals and somehow made its way over into humans, and then from there, transmission from human to human has ensued.
Minister Steele confirmed reports that a private plane that originated from China landed at the Morris Bishop International Airport in the early hours of Tuesday morning with 8 people on board. He assured the public that the flight was met by healthcare workers and all were screened and will be constantly monitored while on island. The passengers, he says, did not interact with other passengers, and he added that the government of China has implemented policies to ensure that no one leaves without being screened. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell met with Ambassador of the People's Republic of China to Grenada, His Excellency Dr. Zhao Yongchen, on Tuesday to discuss the outbreak of the coronavirus and the steps being taken to protect Grenadians in China, particularly in the city of Wuhan. The Prime Minister was advised that on Monday, the Chinese Ministry of Foreign Affairs met with the Grenadian ambassador and other diplomats in China to provide an update on the outbreak. Dr. Mitchell welcomed this and called for ongoing updates. He said, and I quote, "There should be regular updates shared through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Parents and relatives of students have been expressing concern, and government needs to be kept abreast of the measures being put in place to address the outbreak so that we can ensure their continued well-being," unquote. Ambassador Yongchen assured the Prime Minister that the Chinese government is taking the outbreak very seriously and measures are being explored to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. He highlighted the lockdown that was instituted, saying the residents of Wuhan are not allowed to leave. Speaking specifically about the Grenadian students in Wuhan, Ambassador Yongchen said it is not recommended that they leave. The ambassador referred to a China Daily News article which quoted State Councillor and Foreign Minister Wang Yi as saying, quote, "The Chinese government says stays committed to protecting the lives and health of the Chinese people and also treats foreigners in China, including Japanese, in the same way and addresses their legitimate concerns in a timely manner, unquote. The same article also quotes Minister Wang as saying that China will step up communication and coordination with the international community to curb the spread. The government of Grenada will continue to closely monitor the coronavirus outbreak and seek to ensure the continued well-being of Grenadians in China. This is the National Report. More news after the break.
Grenada, it's time to celebrate our 46th anniversary as an independent nation as we prepare for the future through empowerment, growth, and long-term sustainable development. Let's show our true patriotism by participating in the following events. The 46th Anniversary Cultural Extravaganza in St. Andrew on Saturday, February 1st. The National Cleanup Drive from February 1st to 6th. And wait, that's not all. The National Colors Day and Inter-Ministries Competition on February 6th. Then, on February 7th, we head to the Made in Grenada Expo and Military Parade at the Karani James Athletic Stadium. Happy 46th, Grenada!
Continuing the news, the Physical Planning Unit to transition into the Planning and Development Authority, which will have responsibility for all planning and development in Grenada. Head of the PPU, Carlton Frederick, says the unit is undergoing reform changes to ensure its efficient operation.
My role at this time is to transition the Physical Planning Unit into the Planning and Development Authority as a single entity under Act 23 of 2016 as amended in 17. That is the mandate. We want to be able to set up one unit to be able to be responsible for development control and to be able to be responsible for forward planning in this country.
Mr. Frederick is concerned that the planning system in Grenada is broken. He says they must tackle the problem of illegal development.
People are building right out into the road. People are doing all kind of crazy things. And when you go to them, they want to be able to attack the messenger rather than the message in which you bring. And I want this to be, I want this to be understood that we need to do the work of the mandate of the authority. If I am appointed, I would try to do it in the best possible way I know how to do the work of the authority. We are struggling with illegal developments because you try to have moral suasion with the people, talk to them, you go to them and you talk to them, you basically beg them or whatever have you, and they're not taking you on. Apparently, people like to be pushed, and I hope we doesn't have to do that for too long.
Finally, government is making good on its promise to deliver a residential facility to house young at-risk girls. On Tuesday, a press launch was held to signal the start of a process to lay the foundation for the start of operations this year. Smiles is a residential rehabilitation and training center designed to provide at-risk girls not in conflict with the law with an opportunity for a better future. Acting Minister for Social Development, Housing and Community Empowerment, the Honorable Emmeline Pear, is heartened this will soon become a reality.
And I'm extremely honored this morning to be part of what I consider to be a very historic event. I am sure that this center will bring a lot of smiles. I'm certain about that. And it really points to this government's commitment to ensure that we create safe environment for all of our children. And while this is a safe center for girls, I do not want us this morning to leave with the impression that we are not considerate to our boys.
Managing Director of the Child Protection Authority, Mrs. Yvonne Dabrio, says the facility will house no more than 25 girls and should be officially opened by April. She explains how the residents will be selected.
We're not catering to young ladies who have committed an offense. Recall that we have the Bacalet Center. That is for children in conflict with the law, whether be boys or girls. This facility is for girls, and we specify not in conflict. So, of course, you will get the information pack, and you will notice in there are girls who, based on age it's extremely difficult to find placement options. They have not committed an offense, but they might be a danger to themselves or even family members and what have you. So that's the cohort that we are looking at.
And that's the National Report. I'm Leslie Ann Johnson.
All right, thank you very much, Leslie and everyone else who were part of the production of the National Report. And we will have another segment for you that will be tomorrow, God's willing. And folks, what happens next is that we take a look at the weather and see what's going on there. All right, and the weather has been submitted by the Met Office. Okay, so for tonight, the weather is expected to be, we expect a little showers, all right? Some nighttime showers at least. We expect the minimum temperature to be just around 23.5 degrees Celsius, and winds are east-northeasterly to easterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas slight to moderate with 3 to 5 feet in open water, and there's no warnings or so in effect. Again, minimum temperature 23.5 degrees Celsius, winds east northeasterly to easterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. We expect some showers tonight. All right, and so that's the weather report for tonight, and we're gonna have another for you that will be tomorrow, God's willing. Okay, let me just check it out. Let's see who's here. Charmaine, Jim, John, big up, Doris, Rolanda, Caroline, Eunice is with us. Hey Eunice, what's going down? Camille is with us as well. I see that Crispin as usual. Big up Crispin, all right? True ambassador, you know. Big up Shireen, Rose and Mishi and Angel, Ezran and Cynthia, Joy and Noreen and Zaka and Irma and everyone else, man. There's so many of you tuned in. Too much to mention, probably. All right, Kieran and Suzette. Hey, we have our wine and chocolates sale coming up soon. Now, here's what, folks. We have just what, about 20, right? Around there. Wine, Mikey Live Helping Hands Foundation wine and chocolate. And that's going to be for Valentine or just for your keep. Right? You do whatever you want with it. Listen, I just wish that we could just keep that. But we have to sell it. And we are going to be doing it on a first come, first serve basis. All right? It's a limited edition wine. Yeah? It's the only of its kind, by the way. Mikey Live Helping Hands Foundation wine. Okay? And it comes properly packaged, and you have chocolates and so on to go with that. All right? It makes a perfect Valentine gift. But if it's not for Valentine, then you can use it for whatever purpose that you so desire. I mean, if you want to bolt on a couple extra years to your relationship, then that's going to do the trick. Or probably you just want to say to somebody, I love you, in a special kind of way. Then, of course, that too will make a perfect gift, if you know what I mean. Or if there's this person that you've been eyeing for a long time and wondering what's going to do it for you, you've tried so many things and it has not done it, yeah, probably purchasing one of those packages will just do that trick for you. Okay, so it goes on sale soon. Not ready yet, we're just informing you. It goes on sale soon, and of course, again, we are going to be doing it based on a first come, first serve basis, limited amounts, limited edition, and so the early bird, I guess, will catch the worm. All right, guys, so please be guided accordingly. Gonna tell you more on tomorrow's program, and that's as much as we can do for you for today. I saw this guy from this printing company, Judy, I think his name died, boy. And I'm wondering, while I'm on the program, I'm seeing that I do not know what happened, but yeah. Jude, yeah. I see it on Facebook and stuff like that. I saw a lot of people talking about it. You know, I cannot verify, but I'm seeing everybody talking about it. You understand? I know the youth because, you know, like when we go to certain functions and so on, his company happens to be one of those companies that sponsors and so on. So I'm going to get more information about it and I'll tell you about it tomorrow, all right? Because I'm just seeing this as we're on the program right now. But that Jed boy, again, what is life, dog? What is life? And we are there fighting amongst ourselves and fighting each other when we can live in peace and love and unity, dog. You know what I mean? Life is so short. People wake up and smell the coffee. I can't tell you make peace with certain people and things. There are certain people like hell devil. But make peace with yourself. Not with others, not necessarily with others, you know. Make yourself comfortable, dog. Move whatever pillars you have to move out of your way so that you can achieve that goal of happiness. Shift whatever you have to shift, whatever obstacle that is preventing you from achieving that ultimate happiness. You understand? Stop playing a diplomat, dog. Because here's what. While you're playing diplomat, them other people who, in your way, continue to live their life to please them and in the process causing a headache for you. I am saying you must understand when it's time to fight back for yourself. You know what I mean, dog? People go tell you stoop to conquer and that, yeah, people may that has its place. People may tell you turn your cheek, turn your other cheek, yeah, and that has its place. But of course, you must know when it's time to stand up for yourself. You see, life is short. You know what I mean? And you don't want to go in a kind of funny way, regretting that you have not done this or that you have wasted time pedaling back. You understand? When the wheel of life is in motion, you're pedaling back. Busy going nowhere. You understand? So I'm saying to you people, look at what's going on around you. Life is not guaranteed. Tomorrow is not certain. And so the only guarantee that you have is today. So you have to live each day as if it were your last. Live it to the fullest. Do the things that you were going to do. It's like Titanic. Jack. You know what I mean? Once you realize that he's gone. Do you want to be that? Nah, man. Smile at the end of every day knowing that you have lived your best day yet. You know what I mean? Tell a man how you feel about him, dog. If it will make you sleep better in the night, tell the man how you feel about him, dog. Tell the lady how you feel about her. If it's going to make you feel better tonight or sleep better tonight because you don't know if it's that's your last sleep. You know what? Let me leave that talk there. I ain't coming for that, you know. I ain't coming for that. But what I'm saying, boy, listen, I see people waste their life away. Every day. Every day. They complain about every god. Yo! Like, it's like they have an obsession for negativity. Like, seriously, like they complain about everything. And poor you, wasting the time trying to help them. Let me tell you something. You must know when to try and when to give up. Some people ain't want trying because at the end of the day, they will infect you with their negativity, with their depression, with their whining and infect you. And before you know it, your life miserable and you don't know why. I'll tell you why. You try to save the world. You try to be friends with somebody who's just negative and they infected you. And so that thing come and infiltrate your family, infiltrate your life. Yeah, you want to help. But you must protect yourself for it's like putting on a condom. You see, you want to get the pleasures of the business, but you do not want to get infected at the same time. So you have to protect yourself from them kind of people. You know what? Let me leave that talk. They had to go. You know what I mean? I'm going to put my child to sleep. We will talk tomorrow. God, I ain't coming for that. You know what I mean? So sorry for the lecture. But after all, it's news discussed, not told, folks. It's always a pleasure to be with you. I feel like you're my family, and so I want to talk to you. If I dead tonight, Let me tell you, if I dead tonight, don't come and cry for me, because I live my life. I live deliberately. Everything that I do, deliberately. I'm happy where I am in my life right now, people. And you make my life what it is today. And I'm so grateful for every one of you. The good, the bad, and the ugly. You know why? Because you're all a part of the whole process. It takes all kinds to make a world. And so because you guys are so different in so many ways, Shirin complaining about the national report, Kirin cussing Peter, Suzette keeping peace, Allah looking out for she boy and ready to bite up anybody who trouble Mikey. You know what I mean? Everybody in some unique way contribute towards the success. And this thing we call Mikey Live, and I appreciate every one of you. And so that is how we should go through life, recognizing all the little pieces that make the whole. You know what I mean? So anyway, guys, if I die tonight, don't cry for me. Just know that I've lived my best life and you were a part of it. And I'm so happy that you have been and that you are. You know what I mean? God bless you and your family. And we're coming back tomorrow, God's willing, and we're marching up the place again with another Mikey Live program. May God richly bless every one of you. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we all say, ja! No. Good night, everyone. Don't forget to support my brother's karaoke wherever he is, all right? Check out the schedule. We'll post it on our Facebook page. God bless you. Have a good one.